Wiki Tories versus Remo Stars there, a match that Remo Stars did their best and they were able to win away. Good one, use that to actually launch into 360 Sport this hour on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Well, quickly, we look at some sporting stories trending. We start from the home scene, looking at the MPFL table for the week 6 matches that was played. We just have to look at the table to review it. A lot of people just have to look at the fact that Remo Stars really, they are doing so well. Joining me in the studio is Joel Ajayi. Well, good to have you again.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Good one. Now, let's go back to the table as we quickly review MPFL Table 6 for the match day 6 matches that was played across different stadia in Nigeria. Remo Stars, surprisingly, this newcomer team, seriously, 6 matches, they are yet to lose, and they have 14 points. Surprisingly, a lot of people are looking at what's the secret of that team. Now the table is there. Rivers United are second with 12 points after playing 6 matches. With the same goal difference, you have Rangers International. They have 11 points. Let me take it maybe 3-3. Let's look at these 3. The funniest thing is that the first 3 teams, as they have R as their first letter: Rivers, Remo, and Rangers.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Honestly, it's a very good one for Remo Star, the Ogun State club, because if you look at them, they're just coming from relegation. They're coming from NLA to the MPFL. And then if you look at the way they have been playing, you will discover that they mean the business. And then this is the time that they need to accumulate the point, because along the line, when the league is getting mature, you will see different kind of
experience
will now be coming in. But they've worked in the morning for them to rest in the afternoon, because this is what they are doing right now. Because if you can continue like this till maybe the half of the season, you are among the maybe 6-7 top club. It will be difficult for you to go back to where you are coming from. So for me, and then if you look at what they did, they had an experienced coach that has been giving them instruction, has been dishing out instruction for them. And then with the way things are going, if they did not let the flag down with what they are doing, they will be among the 4. They might not win the league. Let us be sincere with ourselves, because when Jongu mature, we will know who is who. So, but even despite the fact they are not winning the league, they might be among the top 4. And then it's a very good one for the club.
Looking at the experience of Benga Gubote, the one they call the Oracle, the coach of that team, while he was in Sunshine, Lobby Stars, we know what he has done, he did rather. But this Remo Stars seems to be another Midas touch for him, different ball game. And I saw the players. I looked at the photo, the group picture. These are the 11 players really turning MPFL around. It's as if anytime any team wants to play against Remo Stars, everybody, they are always very careful.
Yeah. The truth of the matter is that you cannot take it away from the legend code. Let me just call it. He's working, but he's still showing that he know what he's doing. That is what other people should just take a clue from. Whatever thing you know that you are doing, you have to improve on it. I believe very well that when Benga Gubote started, it was not like this. But along the line, you learn the rope, and then you make sure that you improve on whatever thing you are doing. What you are seeing in Remo Star today is as a result of improvement in the life of the coach himself. Because if you don't have it upset as a coach, you cannot give it out to the player. And then another factor that is working for him is that he's not a novice to MPFL. He knows everything, and then he knows when to get the point. Because the first 10 matches of EPL and MPFL, you used to see a very good officiating. You used to see a pure and perfect matches. Even since we started, it's because of 1 or 2 issues that happen along the line. And then in any league in the world, there is bound to be something like that. But he knows that, okay, this is the time I can get my point. Let me just channel my energy towards the beginning of the game of the season. So by the time the fatigue is coming along, you know, the road and everything we set in, because there will be a time that they will play 2 games in a week. And then maybe your first game is in Maiduguri, the next game is in Port Harcourt, and then maybe they don't have money to book flight. They have to go by the road. So fatigue will come. So what I'm saying is that is a very good one for this Raymond Star and his coach, because the coach know when to strike and when to get the result. That's why you are seeing this result.
Now, I also want to look at it from another angle. Yeah. I look at, okay, Raymond Stars is owned by a businessman. Yeah. And yes, we know that in entirety, it might not be too easy because of what it takes to run a club in Nigeria. But really, it means that we can actually do this thing. If you look at Raymond Stars' home ground, in fact, if you're not careful, you'll be thinking you're not in Nigeria. Yeah. The stadium, the way they arrange everything. In fact, as a media person, before you can go there, you have to be accredited before you can cover their match. You cannot just enter with your camera or with your microphone and come in. They will have to accredit you. So that they're trying to show some precedent that, okay, this is how it's done. Let's do it right. And if different businessmen can also begin to follow that particular style, who knows, MPFL might just be turning away from the government-owned to private-owned, little by little.
We are preachers of private entity coming to football, because leaving football into the hand of government clubs cannot take us to anywhere. I say it anywhere. It's not as if you are trying to bring anybody down, or you are trying to not speak well of someone. But if the football we are talking about is business on its own. If you look at EPL, you know that it is business. It is whatever thing you put in that you get the result at the end of everything. Look at the Raymond Star. Raymond is known for some years back now, and then they are trying to improve on it every year. I was with Fatah Osho, who happened to be their coach. I brought them from the NLA. If you know what they put in place in that particular, you know that you will have it in mind that Nigerian, those people that God has already given the money, should come into football. Because if you look at the club now, we have 20 clubs. About 15, 16 of them are government-owned. And then most of these government-owned clubs, they will now look at it, okay, Joel, you are a journalist. You are a sports journalist. Oh, yeah, go and head that particular finance unit in that particular. It's not going to work well. That's why we are having issue with the like of Atlant. Because when you put a square pen in a round hole, it won't work. It's not something that something that we need to just consult Oracle before we can get it right. But if we have the like of Raymond Star, 5, 6 of them in Nigeria clubs, believe you me, we will go far in the country.
Well, just looking at the MPFL match this season and then digressing a bit to talk about Nigerian football business. We have to do things right in this country. It's better to always do it right. If we really want to clamor for the betterment of Nigerian Professional Football League, we need to run it right. Now, from that particular story, let's go quickly to talk about today's AFCON. AFCON fixtures will be coming up today. Different matches, 4 matches will be coming up. And we just have to quickly look at it. Those matches will be coming up there. Well, you have Malawi against Senegal. Well, the Teranga Lions just have to up their game. You have Zimbabwe against Guinea. Morocco will be playing against Gabon. Although Morocco, they've made it, they scaled through. They've actually won their 2. They have qualified. Ghana, they are really struggling. The Black Stars are not shining, playing against Comoros, and we know what the island of Comoros can do. They are giant killing nation when it comes to football. So as it is right now, let's look at it analytically. Malawi, Senegal. If you want to look at it as it appears white and black, you want to give it to Senegal, but football is not played that way.
I cannot give it to Senegal. The reason why I said I cannot give it to them is they are not been playing very well in this tournament. I don't know. They paraded a whole lot of stars.
And they are rated as one of the
favorites to even win Algeria. But with what we were seeing on the screen or on the field of play, I don't think if they did not up their game, like you said, it might be difficult for them. Malawi, don't forget, Malawi also has 4 points, 3 points. And then if anything can, like we say, anything can happen in football. If things turn around.
Just imagine how Equatorial Guinea defeated Algeria. So Malawi can also spring surprise.
They can do that. So they need to be extra careful if they want to remain on this tournament. because it's going to be a delicate game, because they will have it at the back of their mind that we want to go, we want to score. And then by the time you are having passion that you are pushing, just one counter attack. If those people know what they are doing, you are out of the tournament. It's not Wuru yet for Senegal. They need to work hard if they want to still remain in this particular tournament that is going on in Cameroon.
Not yet Uhuru for the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Now, still looking at those that fixture that will be coming up today. A lot of 4 matches. We just have to look at Morocco. They have done the business. It's just for formality. They will play against Gabon. Do you see Gabon at least stopping Morocco?
Honestly, that will be the decider between the Gabon and the Ghana. And then for me, like what you are saying now, the Ghana, this black star of Ghana that we know, is not the black star of Ghana that we are seeing. Because if you look at their 2 games that have played so far, it is from wobbling to fumbling to aggressive manner and all this thing. And then to me, it's not taking them to anywhere. Morocco might want to rest their player against Gabon. Gabon also has 4 points. And then if they even play draw, they qualify. And then we know that Comoros is already out of this. The battle will be between Gabon and Ghana. And then it's less, to me, it's less for, the work is less for Gabon than that of Ghana. Because Comoros, we are going now, we can do anything. At least let us get a point. Like what Ethiopia did yesterday. Though they are the first country to enter Cameroon, and then they are the first country to leave. So, but Comoros can say that, okay, yes, we can do it. But we cannot go to AFCON without having a point.
So let's do it
Ghana. And then they have nothing to lose. And then, if you look at it, Morocco will rest most of their players because they don't know who they are facing next. They have to play with caution. So, for me, if care is not taken, I'm not a prophet of doom, but it might be difficult for Ghana, except they hope they score like 5, 6, 7 goals, so that they will have goals advantage, even if Morocco beat Gabon. Now, and then Gabon, most of their players are done with COVID. Even their captain, he should be on his way to England as we speak. So it might not be a game that we are expecting. But Ghana need to score up to 3, 4, 5 goals.
They have to win convincingly. For Black Stars of Ghana, who have not been shining so far, they are missing the likes of their former striker, Samuel Gyan, who did well for that country. Now, the likes of Jordan Ayew and the elder brother are really not carrying Ghana on their shoulder. In fact, one of their players has been given a ban, talking about Tete, who did so unprofessional in the last game they played. Well, that's football, they just have to get their acts together, reviewing the AFCON matches for today. And from there, let's quickly look at the EPL fixture. Just a match that will be coming up today, although the second one has been cancelled or postponed due to COVID issue. Brighton Hove Albion will be playing away at home against Chelsea. Brighton, can they hold their own against Chelsea at the American Express Stadium? It's very possible. Can they defeat Chelsea? Is it possible that they can scoop it?
Like I said, people will just take it that anything can happen in football. But at this period we have now, because merely looking at, when you look at the Chelsea's team, to be sincere with ourselves, they are a complete team for now. Except you want to play that, okay, I'm Manchester, I'm Arsenal, I'm all these things. They are playing very well. If they meet you at home, they can beat you. If you meet them at their home, you will collect before you leave that particular stadium. So for me, though Brighton used to pull some surprise in the past year, but I believe it will be very difficult for them. For me, I give it to Chelsea.
Giving it to Chelsea. Yeah. If we're to be Manchester City, I would say, okay, right now, no matter how difficult a game is, Manchester City will always find a way to squeeze out.
Even if it's one goal.
But that's not applicable to Chelsea. Recently, despite the team, despite being complete, as you said, despite having Thomas Tuchel and everybody coming together as one, they have not been able to ignite the kind of interest the Manchester City team has gotten with Guardiola. Alongside compared to Chelsea.
My brother, if you look at the history of EPL,
from you are talking at Chelsea.
I'm not. If you look at if you look at the history of Premiership, the team that will win, you will know. If you could remember when Leicester won that particular that year, even if it is 95 minutes
to go,
I mean 92 seconds to go, they will score. That is what Manchester City is doing right now. Because I'm not giving it to them, but
so let's see that.
Put it side by side. Put it side by side. They will go away with this year trophy. I've given it to them.
No, you said many people, not giving it to them.
Many people might not giving it to them.
Okay.
But me, in my own, when you are looking at the Premiership, because the time they're supposed to get the point, they have already gotten the point. Because now many clubs now, their player will be coming from AFCON. Some people injury will come in, fatigue will come in. But for you to beat that point, when you have already gathered that point, it's always difficult. And then if you look at the issue of Premiership, especially in the recent years, you will discover that a club that will win, except what happened between Man U and Man City, where goal difference separated them. We have not witnessed that kind of for a while. You will see the team that will win ahead of that order. That is what we are still witness this year. Though Chelsea is in form, but I believe it will be difficult for them to catch Man City.
Good one there. Just looking at Brighton versus Chelsea quickly. Let's look at the mini fixture before we wrap up the show. We look at Coppa Italia fixtures that will be coming up. Lazio will be playing against Udinese, while Juventus will host Sampdoria. Those are the matches that will be coming up in the Coppa Italia. Hopefully, let the best team win. Juventus, they can't do it against Sampdoria. It's just as if they are playing the Italia Serie A because the four teams, Udinese, Lazio, Juventus, Sampdoria, they are all in Italia Serie A. Now, let's quickly look at Spanish La Liga. Spanish La Liga fixture will also be coming up. Let's look at those fixtures that will be coming up today over there in Spain. Alaves, they play away to Real Betis as Cadiz will be playing against Espanyol. I just have to give it up to Cadiz. The last game they played, they tried their best. And Espanyol, a team from Barcelona, they don't give up. They will try their best to make sure they make statement in this particular session. Now, we just look at Coppa Italia, then we look at Spanish La Liga. But for the Coppa Italia, the four teams playing today, Juventus versus Sampdoria. We know that, okay, after Ronaldo left, it's as if that team struggled. They are really struggling. They have not been able to get the rhythm back.
Yeah, they're still struggling. But no matter how they struggle in this encounter, because I think they're picking up. If you look at their last three games now, you discover that there is a bit cohesion and the unity among the player. And then I think they are coming up. For me, we love them to carry the day today. But, you know, in football, don't say this is what is going to happen. It is after 90 minutes. That is when you can say, okay, this is what happened. So that's...
I like that analysis. Now, for Lazio versus Udinese. Udinese, yes, Nigerian Isaac Success is there. And you look at Lazio being a team that plays in Rome. And the Roman fans, they can be very aggressive. So, do you see Udinese being able to rub shoulder with Lazio today?
It's a 50-50 game because Udinese is not a small club like many people think that they will be.
A lot of people
they are one of the best clubs I love to watch then, but I don't know now that they are trying to. But when we are looking at that game, for me, it's going to be 50-50. See, it's not about the fans this time around, though. You might have the fans cheering you up. You might have all the noise all over. If you are not playing what you're supposed to play,
the fans will turn.
They will turn. And then they are not like us. Even if Nigeria Super Eagles is going down, you understand my point now? Many people will just be talking. But then they will just talk against you. Say, no, you are not playing well. You don't supposed to head the point. So for me, it is 50-50 because I don't want to predict.
Ciro Immobile over there. Can he score for Lazio in the city of Rome as they play host against Udinese? I see Success of Nigeria is also there. Let's see if the Nigerian man can actually score. After all, he's not in AFCON. He has everything it takes to play there. Now, looking at German, let's look at the DFB Poker Cup. Some matches, fixtures rather, will be coming up over there in the DFB Poker. That is German Cup fixture. FC Cologne against Hamburg will be coming up. Why 1860 Munich will be playing against Karlsruhe, St. Pauli. Those are the teams, when you begin to hear these names, you know they are giant killing. When it comes to Cup, and all the other competitions that are not the mainstream game, or rather league, is always very difficult. Borussia Dortmund have to be very careful against FC St. Pauli, while VfL Bochum 1848, they'll be playing against Mainz 05. The two teams playing in the German Bundesliga, they know themselves. But for Borussia Dortmund against St. Pauli, it's going to be, they have to be very careful. Because these teams that plays in the second Bundesliga, they can be giant killing.
I have to agree with you, because there is no small club anywhere in the world this time around. And then if you are to be on top, there is no shortcut. You have to try as much as possible to speed up in order for you to. You don't need to underrate anybody. That's why I like the word of Ostego from yesterday. Said we are not going to underrate, even despite the way we have qualified. This thing that I'm saying is applicable to any club in the whole world. You don't underrate any club, but looking at it physical to physical, strength to strength, and then squad to squad, I don't think that St. Pauli will match the like of Borussia Dortmund.
Now, still looking at the fixtures over there before we actually leave it. Well, you have 1860 Munich. They will be playing against Karosha. If you want to look at it too, maybe they are mates and then play themselves. FC Cologne versus Hamburg. Hamburg, a team that actually they were holding the record as the only team that are yet to relegate, but finally they relegated from Bundesliga. They are holding that record for so many long times before they finally relegated. But now they'll be playing against Karosha. They'll be playing against Cologne rather.
That game is going to be one of the best and interesting game, because the two clubs are playing in. They have a big name. They have a big player. They have those people that are well to do with in their club, and then two of them are playing each other, unlike St. Pauli and Dortmund. That is like Goliath and David are playing. But this one, they are like. But don't be surprised. Goliath defeated David defeated Goliath in the scripture. But what you are trying here now, St. Pauli might not be able to
defeat Borussia Dortmund.
But the Cologne and Hamburg is going to be 50-50 because they know themselves.
Well, to let you know, remember Chris Santos Macaulay? He played for Hamburg that time. And Sunday Ulisse also played for FC Cologne. We have Nigerians that play for those clubs. That will just be it on 360 Sports this hour. I want to appreciate our guest, Joel Ajayi. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yes, good one. As we always say, the sport is always business and fitness. I am Adini Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.